Welcome, everyone. Today, we're diving into how artificial intelligence enables brands to deliver personalized experiences to millions of customers simultaneously. Anna, can you start by explaining what we mean by personalization at scale in the context of marketing?
Absolutely, Will. Personalization at scale refers to using AI and data-driven technologies to customize marketing efforts like messages, offers, and content for each individual, even when dealing with large audiences. The key is automation. AI tools allow companies to treat every customer as unique without manual effort.
That's a great overview. I often hear people wonder how companies can know so much about us. Could you walk us through the foundational data AI uses to enable this type of personalization?
Sure, AI systems collect and analyze vast amounts of customer data, everything from website clicks and browsing time to purchase history and email opens. This behavioral data forms the backbone of AI-driven personalization, helping algorithms predict preferences and intentions.
Let's unpack that data gathering process a bit more. When we talk about tracking user behavior, what exactly are companies monitoring, and how does this work across different platforms?
Great question. Companies use cookies, pixels, and app analytics to monitor actions like clicking an ad, viewing a product, or abandoning a shopping cart. Importantly, this tracking often spans devices, so your activity on a phone can connect to actions on your laptop.
So, it's almost like building a digital fingerprint for each user, right? But are there privacy concerns with this level of tracking?
Absolutely. While AI-driven personalization boosts relevance, it also raises privacy issues. Regulations like GDPR and CCPA require transparency and user consent. Some brands now offer dashboard tools for customers to manage their data preferences, which is a positive step.
Moving on, once AI has gathered this behavioral data, how does it actually segment audiences? Is it just age and location, or is it more nuanced?
It's much more advanced than traditional demographics. AI uses clustering algorithms to group users by interests, purchase intent, and even emotional triggers. For instance, two people in the same city might get different recommendations if one prefers eco-friendly products and the other values luxury.
That's fascinating. Can you give an example of how this segmentation plays out in a real-world campaign?
Sure, take Netflix. Their recommendation engine clusters viewers into micro-segments based on viewing patterns, not just age or gender. That's why you and your neighbor might see totally different homepages, even if you both watch the same popular show.
Now, let's talk about website experiences. How does AI tailor content in real time as users browse?
AI-driven content management systems swap out banners, headlines, and product recommendations on the fly. Imagine visiting an online clothing store. If you linger on sneakers, the site might instantly showcase new arrivals or discounts on footwear, adapting to your interests as you shop.
So, it's as if the website morphs for each visitor. Are there any stats on how much this boosts engagement?
Definitely. According to a 2023 Epsilon study, personalized web experiences can increase user engagement by over 40% compared to generic sites. Customers are more likely to stay, browse, and ultimately buy when the site feels relevant to them.
Switching gears to emails, we've all seen those product suggestions in our inboxes. How does AI decide what to recommend to each recipient?
AI analyzes your past purchases, browsing habits, and even the time you typically open emails. By combining these signals, it crafts hyper-targeted messages like suggesting a refill for something you bought 3 months ago, or offering a discount right when you're most likely to check your inbox.
That sounds powerful, but can it sometimes misfire? For instance, what if I bought a gift and keep getting recommendations for similar items?
That's a common challenge. Advanced systems now incorporate feedback loops, so if you consistently ignore certain recommendations, the AI learns to adjust. Some platforms even allow users to flag irrelevant suggestions, refining future messages further.
Let's discuss the bottom line. How much does personalization actually impact sales and conversions?
Personalization has a dramatic effect. McKinsey found that companies using advanced personalization see up to a 20% lift in sales. When customers feel understood, they're more likely to trust a brand and complete purchases. Think of Amazon's tailored homepage, which drives a significant portion of their revenue.
That's compelling. Are there any notable differences across industries?
Yes, retail and streaming services see the largest gains, but even financial services report higher sign-up rates when tailoring offers. The key is relevance. The more precise the recommendation, the greater the impact on conversion rates.
It's clear personalization works, but is there such a thing as too much? Can brands cross a line and risk turning customers off?
Absolutely. Over-personalization can feel invasive. Imagine getting ads for something you only mentioned verbally near your phone. There's also personalization fatigue, where users tune out if every interaction feels hyper-targeted. Striking a balance is crucial.
So, how do companies maintain that balance?
Many brands now use AI to limit frequency and diversify content. For example, they'll rotate message themes and occasionally send broader, less targeted communications to avoid overwhelming recipients.
As we move forward, how do companies ensure consistent personalization across all channels, email, web, mobile apps, and even in-store experiences?
Seamless integration requires a unified customer data platform, aggregating data from every touchpoint. AI algorithms then generate a single customer profile, allowing messaging to stay consistent so a product you viewed online might appear in a personalized app notification or even trigger an in-store coupon.
That's a great example. But are there challenges in syncing these systems in real time?
Definitely. Real-time synchronization demands robust infrastructure and privacy safeguards, but advances in cloud computing and APIs are making this more achievable every year.
Let's touch on ethics. With all this data collection and targeting, how important is transparency and user control in AI-driven personalization?
Transparency is fundamental. Consumers increasingly expect to know how their data is used and to have control over it. Forward-thinking companies now provide clear privacy policies, opt-out options, and even explainable AI tools that show why certain recommendations appear.
Have there been any standout examples of brands doing this right?
Yes, Apple's App Tracking Transparency Framework gives users granular control over which apps can track them. This not only builds trust, but also forces marketers to prioritize respectful, consent-based personalization.
Looking ahead, what's next for AI personalization? Are we headed toward even more individualized experiences?
Absolutely. We're moving toward hyper-personalized journeys where AI anticipates needs before customers even articulate them. Imagine a virtual stylist suggesting outfits before a big event, or a grocery app auto-suggesting a shopping list based on your dietary goals and calendar.
That sounds futuristic. Are there any risks or trade-offs with that level of prediction?
There are. While proactive personalization can delight users, it risks overstepping if it feels too prescient or intrusive. Maintaining transparency, choice, and a human touch will be essential as AI capabilities continue to evolve.
That was an enlightening discussion, Anna. To wrap up, what's one takeaway you hope our listeners remember about AI-driven personalization at scale?
I'd say that when used responsibly, AI can make marketing feel more relevant and human-even across huge audiences. But it's vital for brands to put ethics and user control at the center of every strategy.
Great insight. And for our listeners, stay tuned. Next episode, we'll explore how AI is revolutionizing customer service through chatbots and virtual assistants. Thanks for joining us, Anna.
Thanks, Will. I'm looking forward to diving into customer service AI next time. Until then, keep questioning how technology shapes your experience.